HCS Now. I am your host, Computer. I am joined with the co-host, Default. It ain't my fault. Hypothetical. He's hype, but he's not. So, this is a good show. We got RyaNoob on the show for you guys a little bit later. But first off, we're going to talk about the player of the week. And the...
Not discuss the Midland.
Oh, fuck. You're right. So, we have been absent for a week, and I am sorry. But we had told you guys that we had an interview with Mikwin. We did the interview. The interview was awesome, and you'll never see it because there was a technical difficulty, and the interview didn't get recorded. So you guys can make fun of us if you want about that. But we will get Mikwin back on the show as soon as he has time to get back on the show. He's a little busy right now. And we will definitely bring that to you guys. And it'll be better than it was the first time, I promise. And now we are going to announce the player of the week. I know it's a big deal. Okay, the player of the week is going to be Optic Maniac just announced that he reached 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a huge feat for a Halo player.
Huge what?
Huh?
Huge what?
Feet for a Halo player.
Okay.
Not that he has huge feet.
He
doesn't. I don't know if he has huge feet. I don't know if does he. He might have huge feet. Actually, I think he does have huge feet. I think I saw a YouTube video about his shoes. He makes a lot of stupid videos, but whatever.
Funny.
But it doesn't matter because, most of his videos aren't Halo related.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter because people are going to like him and they're going to follow him into the Halo scene. Mm-hmm. And, people that might not have ever played Halo or just strictly Call of Duty will follow him into competitive Halo whenever Halo 5 starts up. So I think it's a good thing no matter what. Yeah. And we want 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Of course.
So we're jealous of him for getting that many subscribers. I don't think we'll ever get that many subscribers, but if we do, we'll probably make a video talking about how we made a video in the past saying we'd never get 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So, okay, next up we have RyaNoob, and he's going to give us an interview about Team Winterfox and Halo 5 and all the deep goodness that no one has heard about yet. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But we're going to interview RyaNoob. Okay, we are here with RyaNoob, and for those who don't know, he is a veteran in competitive Halo. He's been a professional player since 2010. He's currently a member of Winterfox going into Season 3 of the HCS. I love your hair. Can I have a lock of it? I'm going to start a pro hair collection.
Nice. Not too many fond opinions of my hair, but it's nice to hear one.
I like it. You're one of my favorite players on the circuit because you speak your mind, and you're like the Donald Trump of the HCS. You say what you want to say. A lot of people are really, goody-goody these days, scared to hurt people's feelings. But I like being straightforward, like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with the new team, new game, new season crowd, funding, how hyped are you for the HCS tournament?
Oh, it's exciting to see how this is gonna form. We actually don't know too much about what's going on. We know nothing more than the public knows. So to actually because it has more of an impact on us. It's our job. It's what we do. So to not know and it's nerve-wracking as well as exciting to try to figure out what's going on with this HCS season 3 especially. And we don't know, we were wondering how long is it going to stretch? Is it going to be a 6-month thing and then they're going to look at it again? Or are they going to plan out for an entire year? How big are the tournament's going to be? How spaced are the tournament's going to be? There's mumbling going on behind the scenes. Does anybody know anything? And we never do.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way because you guys are doing this as a career and you don't know the future.
Yep.
And that could be very uncertain for when 343 is making the plans for the future of the HCS. I mean, you guys would really probably like to know what's going on.
Yeah, I think they planned to tell us, but then they kind of just forgot. Yeah.
Maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe they're just not ready to tell us. I'm sure there's a lot of lawyers and stuff involved in the contracts and everything that they do.
Well, it's a lot of money too.
Yeah, there's a lot involved.
Yeah, playing it out pretty good.
Yeah. So, Branda and Nate had left Winterfox, and they said they left willingly, but I can't help but feel like the teams that they went to are not as good as the original Winterfox roster. That's my opinion, but I mean, is there a bigger reason why they decided to leave?
Well, I mean, the team wasn't working out. Randa left on his own, and he wasn't really forced to. We kind of wanted him on the team. We enjoyed having him on the team. He was one of the teammates that he tried his best, and that's all you can ever ask from someone for a teammate. And he tried his best to improve it, to be on, to help the team improve in a better fashion. And most of my teammates in the past have just been show up, play Halo. And I mean, it's fun teaming with them. They all have personalities and stuff. But this has been the one teammate who has actually just tried to push the team in a forward direction. And so it's really fun teaming with him. Sure, people have a lot of negative opinions of him. They only see the bad clips, and he actually didn't take that to heart. He actually just he still loved the community. He still liked being a part of it. And no matter how much people talked bad about him, it was just cool to see his emotion just happy all the time.
Yeah.
That's a good personality trait.
Yep. Yeah. So with him leaving, that was weird. But with Nated, it was. I mean,
go on.
He says he left, but really we kicked him before the tournament even started. It was a pain teaming with him, and he was. I mean, I don't want to dive too far into it because everyone has their own opinions, and I'm going to be biased towards of course, my new team. But it was really hard teaming with someone who thought that playing matchmaking would be a good option to get better. So he would think that he was practicing more than we were when he wasn't available to scrim all the time. And I mean, the last couple of scrims, he rage quit out of them because he wasn't having fun. So
yeah. Everybody says he's an emotional player, and I can tell when he's hyped, he's on it. When he's kind of in a weird mood, he's kind of not on it. I mean, it's very noticeable. But hopefully, his new team, he can have some more success. But maybe
so,
not.
With all the new team changes, what made you stay at Winterfox?
Winterfox, I just love the brand. I want to be more than just a Halo player with these guys. They the owner has even become more of a manager for us as well. That he helped us communicate better, communicate with players, be an outside point of view. And yeah, Winterfox has just been exactly what we needed as a team. If we needed anything personally, if we needed headsets or controllers, obviously we were going to get those, but he was more than that. He was just a helping hand to the team. He would talk, if Brett was being upset, he would go and talk to Brett personally and say hey, what's going on, and help him out. And then he would come to us and say, hey, this is what's going on with him. Don't worry about it. He's under control now. And so just having that, as well as just trying to become again more of a brand with them. I want to represent something. I don't want to just be on a team. I want to be the next Straight Ribbon, basically, with T squared. It was cool. He that was him, and I am not just going to be RyaNoob. I'm going to be Winterfox RyaNoob, or at least try to be. With the new season coming out, if I'm not performing well enough, I want them to kick me and stuff.
Yeah, I talked about that before. Players sticking with teams and brands. And I think it's, even though players want to switch all the time to try to win, I think it's a little bit more important just to have that brand represented as you, and you as represented as that brand. Mm-hmm. People think of RyaNoob, they think of Winterfox. You think of Winterfox, think of RyaNoob, kind of thing like that. I think it's pretty cool for players to kind of stick with teams a little bit longer than, just a 3-month sprint, then move on.
Yeah.
And plus, it's better for the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look at it the same way, I feel like a lot of players have been hindered by that thinking. Optic have been trying to stick together as status quo for such a long time, and they haven't really been improving. And that's cool if you want your long-term goals to be, I want to be this brand and I hope people come to it. But if you're trying to win tournaments, that's not the way you should look at it. I feel that teaming with newer players and with different players will help your mindset and just help you understand Halo more. And I feel like the more I've been on different teams, the more I've actually understood the game.
Yeah.
Right.
And so you and Miquin had a little bit of success during season 1. And Arcana mentioned that Winterfox reached out to Miquin and Shig after the Denial breakup. Did you want to team with Miquin again, or was that a Denial or a Winterfox choice?
Well, honestly, I'm excited to team with anyone. It really doesn't matter who you team with going into Halo 5. People think, oh, this player is stronger, this team is stronger. But honestly, it's just about Halo 5. Like, it's going to be a completely new slate of game. Like, while people think it's Halo, it's not really the same game at all. It's a lot harder to shoot. The mechanics are going to be much different. And it's just going to be about who puts the most time in. And that's all I want for my teammates. And then eventually, once the game gets going, sure, there's going to be standout players, and that's when you can make changes. But to say that one player is stronger than another now is weird.
So, Miquin posted about the experience with Denial. Did you have the same troubles when you with the org?
When I was with them, no. I was a bit of a problem with them, and I've told this story a couple of times, but I'd like to tell it again. Whenever I first joined the team, I was like, guys, I have been dropped from a lot of teams, and no one's ever told me like what I've done wrong. So I came to them and I said, hey, if I do something wrong, if I say something wrong, if I hurt your feelings, if you don't like me doing something in or outside the game, just come to me and let me know so I can stop doing it. And so about 4 or 5 months into the game, onto the team, it comes up to the third event, I think. It was the Gamers for Giving in Michigan. And I didn't think we were that strong of a team, like especially compared to EG. They were destroying all the online competition. And I came out into an interview and said, you know what, EG's going to win. And they hated that. Like Miquin was like, what? How can you not have confidence in our team? And it was just like an opinion that I give, like, that's me, that's what I do. And he never told me until after we stopped teaming. So I just kept doing it, and he kept getting more and more upset. Like, why would you keep doing that? But I was never told anything. So I figured it was okay, and no one's getting their feelings hurt, but in the background people were. So I was kind of the problem.
Right. Well, I mean, you've moved on to looks like a better org now, so everything worked out in your favor.
Yeah.
Anyways, but,
with coming with Winterfox and Halo 5, do you see the team sticking together, win or lose?
If we win, sure, of course. So we're the best team in the game. But that doesn't also solidify anyone's spot. Something that I told the team is, if you're underperforming, like, we're not gonna, and we don't like see an improvement, we're not gonna stick it out. We did this with Brett, and after the first event in season 2, we got rid of Contra, and Rand and I were like, I don't think Brett's gonna like get better during this season. And then our manager and he was like, I'm gonna talk to him and see what his opinions are. And he's like, and he comes back to us and he says, Brett seems to blame it all on Contra. He seems to blame his negative attitude for everything. And we're like, that's a good excuse. So we ended up keeping him on the team, even though we didn't think it was going to work out. And I mean, there's more influence than that. But for this upcoming season, we're not really going to use that. We're going to say, hey, if you're struggling or if you're being like unproductive or something, we're just going to, not team anymore. We're not going to hold back. We're not going to have unnecessary ties to people that we shouldn't have. And I told them, like, hey, if I'm slipping, like, don't, just because, I mean, you might look to me as this is my team. It's not. Like, it's us together. So if I say something like, hey, you're making a mistake, it's not that you're making a mistake. It's there's a hole in our team, and this is where we need to fix it. It's not your fault. It's the team. So no one's spot is really solidified on this team.
Yeah.
blame game,
Yeah.
I mean, it never goes very far.
Yep.
So it's pretty controversial there.
Yeah. So how does a new team choose player roles? Like, who's going to be the sniper and who's going to be the slayer?
Just whoever feels more comfortable with it, and it's gonna be from just playing matchmaking. Like you're gonna play when I'm offline. I mean, I think Arcanum and I are doing a 24-hour stream when it first comes out, and so surely some of our teammates aren't gonna play, and some of us are gonna pick up the sniper and say, "Hey, we're good at it, so let's just pick it up."
Right.
But roles, it's more of just tendencies in game. Everyone's gonna do what they think is right to win, and so if what is winning is somebody sniping or someone running objective, more often than not, that'll be their role.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of answered a little bit, but how do you guys prepare for Halo 5? Like, what do you guys to do for that? Like,
I don't
it's a new
think you
game.
can.
It's like, it's a new game. Like, have you guys talked about it at all?
It's really hard to prepare for it. Honestly, it's mostly just keeping like make sure it's the Xbox console isn't like alienated from your game. Like your hands are still coordinated when you go to it. So like right now we're playing a Sunday Cup every Sunday for a couple of bucks, but it's mostly just to keep fresh and just make a little bit extra side money. But yeah, we play like Money Eights or something every once in a while, and I feel like that's the best way to like work before Halo 5. And then once Halo 5 comes out, you just play the game like as much as you can.
You know, what if 343 decides to have like a launch invitational? I mean, it would be kind of a mess. Well, no one would know how to play the game. It wouldn't be played at a very high level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no one would like it. Just I don't know. I figured that they might give pros a little time with the game, you know, to try to, you know, tune their skills a little bit.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought they'd have pre-launch tournaments like for Halo 2 Anniversary, but they didn't end up having that. They haven't told us of anything, and everyone rumored that it would be at PAX, but PAX came and went and no Halo was played.
Yeah. Since you're, you know, a little bit outspoken, what was your thoughts on the Halo 5 beta and Halo 5 starting weapons?
I mean, I don't really care about the starting weapons, honestly. Whatever they are, it'll still be the same game. Like if it's a BR, if it's a pistol, I mean, AR is not really going to be used unless it's overpowered. But the maps are really what I've come to question. I don't feel like the maps in the beta were really that good, and for different reasons than everyone else. Like I felt like they were too big with too little lines of sight. So it was mostly just running around, and the only time you'll find someone is at close quarters. You won't really be shooting across the map.
Yeah, I feel like the maps are designed a little bit too much around the Spartan abilities, and I think that kind of, you know, limits them on like creative maps. Yeah. I mean, you don't get like a sanctuary or lockout type map in Halo 5, and even if you did, I don't think it would work very well, and that kind of bums me out.
A lot of the maps are really similar too.
Yeah, they have like the same kind of art style and stuff. So
same feel and everything.
Yeah, I'm there with you on the maps. I mean, I'm not that impressed with the maps so far. I mean, they probably haven't shown them all, and we haven't got to play a lot of them. So hopefully, whenever they start coming out with more videos about the maps, we'll get to see more information.
Yeah. Okay. On our last show, Arcana mentioned that Winterfox views Team Liquid as a rival. Why do you view them as a rival team, and does that make you play differently?
I mean, I don't really see rivalry too much. I just go in and play Halo. But I could definitely see them being our rival. I mean, with all the things that happened with the Ninja and Spartan. I mean, Tyler Spartan thought that his spot was solidified on Liquid, and then it turned out that it wasn't. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of unnecessary drama in there, so that'll be fun to watch. I mean, I guess you could call my history with Ninja a rivalry. So, yeah, I mean, I could see from an outsider's perspective that would be a fun series to watch. There's just going to be a lot of trash talk, but yeah, from my point of view, there's not really like any rivalries. There's just let's win.
Right.
Yeah, but with all these new teams coming in, do you think there'd be more rivals? But that's going to be a global series.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Everything's really up in the air. With a 3-month break, who knows? Everyone might become zen and not be angry with anyone.
Right.
You guys picked up Spartan Shooter. They're kind of newer players on the scene of Halo, competitive Halo. they really haven't had made much of a name for themselves. Do you think they're going to rise up to kind of prove themselves this year?
Yeah, I'm sure with everyone, like all the new players, the excellent squad with Frosty and well, I guess now they're the Elevate squad with Randa, Frosty, and whoever else is on that team, Unlegit and someone else, Suspector. That squad, like as well as our squad, will be able to just they have the potential to do whatever it takes to win. And I feel like that's something that the older players won't do. If they have a tough time in this new game, they're not going to want to put the hours in to become better than everyone else. And I feel like that's something that our team as well as Elevate has that the top teams don't have right now.
Yeah. Arcanum says that you're one of the smartest players he knows. He says you make him a better player every time they play. Every time you guys play together. So I mean, he thinks a lot of you as a player, and I think a lot of other players do too.
Yeah, I think so also. So,
go ahead. No, good.
We have a question. Who is your favorite and least favorite player in the HCS?
My favorite player in the HCS, I'm gonna take it back a step and say Legit. Legit was my favorite player for a long time, and then I ended up teaming with him in, the 2011 and Halo 4 as well. So he was my favorite player to play with and play against. And he was in the HCS for a bit, but isn't now. I think, he might be coming back for Halo 5 though. So that'll be fun to see. But currently in the HCS, my favorite player is, I don't know. It's a tie between Lethal and Roy. I feel like Roy is just too nice of a person. Like you always play with and against him. I play with him in Money 8s and stuff and against him in tournaments, and it's always really fun to go against. It's basically an objective that I have to like cross over to beat him every time. So yeah, and then Lethal is just he's always been like just an outspoken player and just a real personality. And I feel like he's again one of the more fun players to play with and to like be a part of in the HCS. And then least favorite. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, least favorite. Least favorite teammate, least favorite player to play against, anything.
My least...
Don't get along with.
Oh.
So many.
There's so many players, and I don't know. I don't really dislike anyone that much. People always say that they don't like people or that they don't like me. I look at people and I'm like, hey, I don't approve of what you've done or something, but it doesn't make me dislike you even more. I just look at people and say, hey, this is what they've done in the past. Cool, whatever. And sure, I like more people, but honestly, I just think of everyone the same in Halo. It's just weird. But if I'm to give an answer, I'd have to be Hysteria for the Cloud9 dilemma that we have.
I think that's a good choice.
And it's not that I dislike him for being a mean person. Like in streams, you'll see him be mean to Ninja in season 1 or something. I honestly think his Halo personality is fine. It's just I can never get over the decision to kind of screw someone over.
Right.
And what they did in the season 2 event number 1, where we won the hill game by 7 seconds, and they missed out on 5 seconds.
I remember this.
And they chose to replay. I that's one thing I just can't get over is when you just deliberately try to screw someone over for your own benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that event. That was crazy. You guys played that over and over, and eventually it just got to a point where it was ridiculous. Anyways, do you want to give a shout out to your fans? Let them know what to expect in the future, the new season, new squad, and Halo 5.
Yeah, thanks to everyone who's watching. Watch my stream. It's been a blast. I've recently come back this month and started streaming. I've streamed a decent amount. I plan to stream, of course, a lot more for Halo 5. Starting off with a 24-hour stream right when it first drops. So thanks to everyone who watches my stream, says nice things on either my chat or Twitter. It really helps us out as pros because a lot of people come into the streams and just say negative things, and it makes us want to do our job less or it makes us just want to win tournaments instead of just appeal to everyone. So thanks especially to you guys. And then yeah, thanks to Winterfox as well for being awesome, like the owner Brian, as well as the sponsors. I believe we're supposed to be doing stuff in October. I don't know what stuff, but stuff's coming in October. So look out for that.
You hear that? Be nice in the Twitch chats. Come on, people. What the hell? I mean, you want these pros to stream, you got to be nice to them. It's like, I do see the trolls in the Twitch chats, but we're trying to get the community to grow and be more respectable, and you can't just go in Twitch chats talking, crazy and expect the pros to be nice to you.
Yeah. I mean, you see like Lunchbox who will stream every once in a while, and Lethal, and just a couple of other people who make enough money from Halo. They don't really need to stream to make more money, and they stream just because they want to like be nice to the community and like show them what they're doing. And for people to come in and be mean to them, that's just going to make them not want to do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe when Halo 5 drops and people realize it's going to be the best shooter of the year, they're going to come in and be like, you know what? We're sorry. We love all you pros. We're going to be nice to you. Halo 5's awesome. But I guess that's going to wrap things up with us here at HCS Now and RyaNoob, team member of Winterfox. We are excited to see what you guys can do in Halo 5, and we are excited to hear what the hell's going on with Season 3, because no one knows. And even though Halo 5 is, 4 weeks away? It's like, come on, give us something. I mean, we're all like drooling for some new Halo news. Halo is so dead right now. It's like so dead. It's in between Master Chief Collection, which died off a long time ago, and Halo 5, which everybody's waiting for. So there's nothing going on. I mean, there's a few news things here and there about teams, but right now the HCS hype has died down quite a bit, and they need to bring it back up. So thank you for thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you. Check out his Twitch stream, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That'll do it for this episode of HCS Now. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter at HCS_Now. And you can join in on voting for Player of the Week. Get your questions on the show. We will answer them. Just hit us up. And what you guys got to say?
I would like to discuss